Vlog every day in August. Nothing rhymes with August. It is President Obama's birthday, and because of that, I decided to go to DC to celebrate and visit some memorials that are also presidential. I go to DC quite often because I volunteer at the Holocaust Museum, but I have to say that only recently have I started to appreciate the memorials and the other things that there are to see. I remember I went with Tara and we looked at several of the monuments that I hadn't seen for a long time. But today I decided to go all the way around the tidal basin to visit Franklin Delano Roosevelt's memorial because he's my second favorite president, second only to Adams. All I can think of is looking for Alaska, the lake, and the goose. Wow, you guys are getting really close to me. So I decided to just go for a long walk, and it was quite a long walk around the tidal basin. I can't remember how many miles it is, but it was a lot of miles. It was quite a nice walk, and then I got to the Roosevelt exhibit, or the Roosevelt Memorial. I keep saying exhibit. And I think the last time I saw that was when we first moved here. I don't remember visiting it in any clear memory at all. But, so I decided to go back in time to visit Roosevelt, and I literally went back in time. I accidentally went through the memorial backwards. So I started with the end of his term and worked my way to the beginning of his term, which was amusing, going backwards in time. And I remember I was reading all the things that he said as I was walking along, and the waterfalls were really nice. It really is a beautiful memorial. And I got to the Breadline part, and a mother was telling her son what the people were standing in line for.
You know what that is? It was called the Great Depression, and you know what they're waiting for?
I thought that was interesting that he couldn't even imagine what they could be standing in line for. He probably was thinking that they could be standing in line for a ride at Disney World or the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I was reading the newspaper today about all of the debt problems that we are having right now, and I was thinking about how it's almost like history repeating itself, except it's really not as bad as the Great Depression was. I'm very blessed, I'm very grateful that I have the support of my family. It definitely could be worse, and I think that everything is going to work itself out. I went to the World War II Memorial because it was on the way back to the metro station. It was quite a long walk, and I'd already been there before with Tara, so I didn't really stay very long. But I noticed a few things, like I noticed the Indiana, and that is where Tara's from. And then I also noticed something else that was quite amusing. See, Tara, we're not so far apart. We're right next to each other. There's just a little tiny fountain between us. Huh. Happy birthday, Mr. President.